Hello everyone, this is Kay and you're on the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here with me. I hope you enjoyed the video and it's lovely to be back here with you guys again today for this reading on July 3rd, Wednesday 2024. We're going to do a collective reading using the whatever tarot card deck this is. I have no idea. It's been a while. I haven't looked back to see where the box is, so I don't recall and I apologize. But anyways, we're going to do past energies first and then present day energies, your energies, the person that's on your mind. Are you challenged by energy, the energy between the two of you and the potential outcome? So let's get started. Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, I've already invited them in. Thank you so much for enveloping me in your beautiful angelic wings of light, love, protection, and guidance. Please guide and assist me today with correctly interpreting the messages and energies from the cards that I pull as you direct. Thank you so much. Cutting. First energy, past energy, Archangel Michael. What do we have? What's the story today that the collective needs to know? The Ace of Coins, Ace of Pentacles. That is a big offer. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of abundance, prosperity, and that's a big mindset. That's a big mind change, you know, way of thinking, perspective. It's a mindset change. Ace of Pentacles. So it could be all of the above, right? You may have come into a recent windfall of money, however way it came. It could be through a work promotion, so higher pay. It could be through a work bonus. It could be from a relative. You know, someone had maybe loaned you some money or given you some money without expecting it to be paid back. The bank, you know, you might have went in for a loan and gotten a loan. Maybe you want to buy a house or a car or something. Fix up your house, renovate your house. You have come into some money, possibly through an inheritance, possibly even won it, you know, through the lottery or some other means of winning some money. Yeah, you've got a lot of abundance. The divine has given you this opportunity, this manifestation of some kind of physical and material abundance and prosperity. Recently, someone has given you something, whether it came on your own, you know, on your own back, or it was given to you. Okay, given or lent to you. All right, but it's abundance, finances that are coming at the right time. It's all divine timing because it's the Ace of Coins. Ace. It's all divine timing. It's exactly what you needed at this particular past time. Okay, what's the present day energy? We have the Six of Wands. Well, that's victory and triumph, isn't it? And it could be telling us that it had to do with you, your work that being recognized and rewarded for, you know, your past contributions and endeavors. Okay, so again, this could be work related, or you're just sitting there feeling pretty darn good that you've been successful in accomplishing something that brought prosperity and abundance into your life. What is this, Archangel Michael? I got the word gift, and it may be for all of you, but it may just be for some of you. A gift. You're feeling that you've been, you know, blessed with some kind of gift of abundance and prosperity that came into your life. Okay, that's what I got. And let's see what your energy is in this story. Page of Wands. So you are in the energy of being like riled up, you know, you're full of motivation, inspiration, I mean, something big has come to you. You're feeling victorious and successful having received this gift, or if it was a loan. You may be looking at it purely as a gift from the divine, in the sense that even though you might have a lump sum of money that came to you for a loan that you're going to have to pay back, you're feeling as though the universe has gifted you with this opportunity to be able to receive this money. Maybe you were thinking that your credit report would not represent your abilities to get the loan at a decent interest rate and stuff like that. That when you're afraid maybe that if you were to go in and ask for a loan, or ask for a loan from maybe it's an online lender, whatever it is, you were afraid it wasn't going to happen, and it did. Maybe you were looking at getting a student loan, that perhaps you're a mature student, somebody who maybe had gone to school but had quit for whatever reasons, maybe getting married, having kids, that kind of thing, kind of put that on the back burner, but are trying to go back to it now. But you may have been thinking that it wasn't going to happen, that the federal government would not support your efforts financially with a student loan, but you did. You got it. So you're feeling pretty victorious and successful, saying, I can go back to school now. Going back to school means getting a degree, most likely, right? Getting a degree that then is going to support your efforts in getting the kind of career or the job that you want, that is going to help support you and your family, even more than it would be from where you're sitting right now, possibly. So I don't know where you're at, like what kind of work you're doing now, what kind of education you have now. It may or may not be that, but that's a scenario, right? But you're feeling really, fired up about it, excited, brand new beginning. This is a messenger of inspiration. You're feeling like you got places to go, people to see, and things to do now, right? You're feeling pretty hopeful, pretty darn hopeful. Yeah, that's great energy. So let's find out what the energy of the person or the situation, I guess, and it could be just a situationship, but let's find out that energy. The moon. Okay, somebody or the situation is unclear. So somebody is sitting in a cloak of, they're like not revealing themselves. They're not revealing themselves through fear of coming out to you. I don't know why I said it like that, but they just don't want to. They have some fears, and so they're being mysterious, right? So if you were to go up to them and ask them a plain, just a question that could be answered with a simple answer, or it could be black and white, yes or no, right? They're going to be like kind of vague and ambiguous. Yeah, and they're up in their emotions. They're up in their emotions. They don't want to be, but they're up in their emotions. That's what I got. They don't want to be, but they are. So in this energy of the moon, they're not about to express themselves, either, with the sword, the cup, or the wand. They're not about to express themselves. They're not going to necessarily be excited for you like you are. They're not going to express how they feel about what it is that you're pursuing. And they may not say anything either, through fears of their own, right? Fears of their own. Maybe you're with somebody and they fear that if you go back to school, let's say it's a school scenario, if you go back to school or if you go back to work, maybe you landed a really great job, you were hired by somebody. To you it's a great job, okay? You're hired by somebody. You may not have been working for a while. Maybe you were seeking work, employment, but you weren't, it just wasn't coming you weren't getting any offers kind of thing, or responses to your, putting out your resume and whatnot. But something happened in the past that you're all, feeling quite successful, that I've done this, I've done this. I remember I wanted to move to Australia with my daughter from the United States to go to school at the University of Sydney. But in order to do that, that really probably wasn't going to be a problem doing that. The problem would be getting a visa. A student visa, a visa that would allow me to be, this was such a long time ago, 2004, a visa that would allow me to study abroad, to be an international student, right? So the first step was getting a visa. So I had to go through jump all these hoops and get a full medical workup and have my vaccinations and just all sorts of things. A doctor, somebody in a professional position vouching for me, signing off on saying that I would be able to take care, finance myself. I wouldn't become a burden in any way to Australia. Okay, that I would have a flight home, kind of. When would I be going back? And at that time it would be 3 years to get my degree in social work, which I never did finish because I went into psychology when I got back. But it was a big deal. But being a Canadian, even though I was in the United States, it was easier for a Canadian to go abroad to another, what is it? It's a monarchy country, because like the Queen of England oversees both Canada and Australia and a few other countries, right? But not the US. So it would have been easier as a Canadian to go over. And so I applied, submitted it, paid my fee, and paid a good price for this, and fingers and toes were crossed for a while, for quite some time. And then one day it showed up, the brown envelope from the Australian consulate. Yeah. And no, was it the Australian consulate? I don't even remember. Maybe it was I don't know, I can't remember, but it showed up, and I was like, it's either sending me back my visa, my Canadian visa, passport I should say, Canadian passport, and saying forget it, you're not going, or it's sending back my Canadian passport with a visa. And so I ripped the envelope open, and of course there it is, and I was like, I just about dropped to my knees. I was like, a big sigh of relief, because I really, really wanted to go. I wanted to have the experience. And it's just like, I was just jumping up and down. I was 20 years younger than I am now. I was jumping up and down, and I ran across to the neighbor and said, look, I got it, because they knew I applied for it. Look, I got it. I was so happy. I was singing. Boy, oh boy, that was exciting. I was all fired up, let me tell you. So all systems go now. It's about packing, what it was that I was going to take with me, for me and my daughter. And anyways, and then my husband at the time, who would be staying behind, he would have been in this energy. He'd be happy for us for the experience, but he was not, happy about us leaving and possibly for 3 years, which it didn't turn out to be that way. It was only 1 year. I got homesick. I had to come home. So it was a great experience, and I loved it, and I'd do it again. But I was just not in the right emotional place in my life to be able to stick it out another 2 years there. So I finished off the year. Daughter had a great time and a great experience at her public school that she went to, and it was just it's a great memory now, really great memory. So excited though. But so I told you the story because this person here may not be nearly as on the same page as you are about it, and seeing that you're excited and gung-ho about it, but they're like, they have their own agenda and they have their own fears, so they're not necessarily they're going to keep it under cloak of darkness kind of thing, and they don't want to tick you off or make you feel defensive in any way. So they're just going to, like mum's a word. Just keep your mouth shut. Just go along with it and hope for the best. So what's the energy between the two of you? Judgment, yeah. They're making a judgment that you're going to go and you're not coming back, like me. It didn't matter to me at the time if my husband wanted me to go or not. I was going. So that was the decision I made. I'm going, you know, irregardless of how your person is feeling about it. Okay? So maybe that's where you're at too. You've made a judgment call. You decided this is exactly what I want to do. And if it's just going back to work and your spouse, whoever they are, if you're a female collective or a male collective and your person is the opposite sex or same sex, whatever, they are not on the same page with you about you going back to work for whatever your reasons are. If it's just having gotten a loan, they didn't like the idea that you went out and got yourself a loan independently. Or possibly you apply for a loan and they were a co-signer on it. They went along with applying for it, thinking that it wasn't going to happen, but it happened, and now it's happened and you're feeling successful and you're all gung-ho using the money, or you've got an inheritance and again feeling successful that, wow, I got all this money I never ever expected, and now I can do this, that, and the other thing. Maybe you want to buy a new house with it, and they're like, no, let's not use that money for that, you know. So judgment is that you may be feeling judged by this person that you're, whatever it is that you want to do, you're doing it wrong. It's wrong. You shouldn't do it in their mind, in their eyes, right? They're you know, making a judgment that whatever it is that you're doing goes against what they want. So it's judgment, right? Not on the same page. Judgment. So what's the potential outcome of this? The Three of Cups. Well, the Three of Cups, let's see what's on the back. And Death. With Justice on the back, let's just say. So the Three of Cups, right? You know that the Three of Cups is, you know, it's a party card or a third party. Now, a person, it's not always when it's a third party that it has to be another person. It could be a situation or something that ends up being a third party. And this, for this particular card, being beside this one here might be thinking that a third party has come between the two of you, putting you on opposite ends of the Richter scale, you know, like just kind of like not on the same page. But this here means also a reunion, getting together, and a celebration. And there's a transformation that's happening on the heels of this. So, which is pure, you know, it's justice. It's what was meant to be. It's pure justice. It's like you deserve it. You deserve this. You deserve if it means that you're going to allow the third party, which is the situation with the money or the opportunity that you gained, that is making you and your person not seeing eye to eye on it. Excuse me. That you're going to allow that third party, that situation, to take you to, you know, to move. You're going to move forward in happiness and celebration. You're going to move forward in pursuit of this particular endeavor, event, whatever the situation is. Okay, if it's you going back to work, you going back to school, and money coming in, either loan to you or given to you, or you want it or whatever, you're doing with it whatever it is that you want to do with it. You're allowing the situation to come between the two of you. And it's not because you're doing that, like, it's not like, let me be clear, it's not about you saying, well, I'm going to allow this to come between us. No, you'd rather it not come between you. But if you can't convince your person to see it the way you see it. It's a win-win for everybody, is how you're seeing it. It's a win-win. Why can't you see it that way? Well, you're going to allow yourself to keep moving forward irregardless of how they feel about it. Kind of just like how I did, right? Still went to Australia, but a year later I came back, so it's not like you if you do this is the end for this person should think. Doesn't mean that this is the end. It could actually blossom and open up to a brand new opportunity of the two of you becoming closer together, right? It could, if they were just be able to open up their mind. But at this time they're not. They're in that energy where you just can't get them to see it the way you're seeing it. They're closed-minded at this point in time. But a transformation will come as a result. This is death and rebirth. This is death and transformation, right? This is a complete death of something, all right, that will transform. So, like for me, it was a death by me leaving Sydney and coming back to the United States, transformed into whatever opportunities that were ahead of me at that time as a result of coming back here. It was justice. It's like the divine said, yes, this is the right path for you right now. So it was almost as though the divine wasn't saying you shouldn't go, because obviously I wouldn't have gotten the visa, the student visa, but the divine said, go, go, have your fun, go have your experience, go and have it. It won't hurt anyone for you to have that experience. It'll benefit you in some way, you and your daughter, right? It'll benefit you. And so I did. But a few months down the road, I was just like, I can't do this anymore because I'm so lonesome, not really knowing anybody other than the students at school that I became quite close friends with. But they're 15 years younger than me at that point in time. We were really good friends, and we still stay in touch. But it was like I don't know enough people here outside of school, and I was just with my 8-year-old daughter, and I wanted to come back home where it was familiar and I knew people. So I did. I put an end to it, and things transformed for me because I was listening to the call of my heart, which was saying, come home, go home, come home. And I did. I followed my heart, and then all sorts of things came onto my path that worked out to be quite advantageous for me, as well as for my family, my husband, my daughter, and whatnot. So it all worked out really fantastic. Excuse me. But for you, it'd be a different kind of transformation, maybe. Death and transformation means that either you're putting an end to this not two of you being on the same page about this whole situation. There will be an end to that, where this person actually opens their mind up and they start celebrating with you. They join you in this third party endeavor, the celebration endeavor, right? They join you with that. Or if they don't, you go on your way and you end up doing and being whatever it is that you want to do and be, either on your own or with somebody else, completely different. Death and transformation, you change as a result. And this, if the two of you decide that they open up their mind and they stop judging you, and they express themselves more out of like, okay, I trust this instead of I fear this. I trust this, then that's a death, right? That particular cycle of the two of you not being on the same page is going to end, and then you as a couple transform, and that's beautiful justice, right? That's beautiful, and it's lovely, and it all works out really, really well. Now, is it going to work out for your partner? I don't know. It depends on them. They have to be able to open up their mind and see that things can really unfold nicely if they stop resisting it. And that's like fighting something. I don't like the word fighting or battle, because it's all negative. It's like pushing, I'm fighting something, pushing, you know, mothers against drunk drivers. That's pushing against something that then is like, as you're pushing, you become a magnet of someone who doesn't want something. Then the universe says, oh, okay, well, that must mean they want more of that. Because that's basically how it works. Like attracts like. If you push against something, something's going to come back to push against you. And it'll be more of what it is you're trying to resist and fight and battle against. So this is just like, who knows if this is going to, let's see if the Island Time Wellness Oracle can give us an idea. Let's find out. Let's just ask, okay? I mean, it doesn't hurt to ask. We may not really, who knows. But let's, Archangel Michael, if you feel so inclined, we want to ask about the partners. And it says yes. It says girl talk, yes. See, yes. Time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. But let's not pay any attention to that, because they like a lot of cards fell out, even one's on the floor, and I'm not going to go get it. Okay, here we go. Staying in, night in, your space, a moment alone, a partner is busy, free time or mental vacation. So we got yes with girl talk, and we've got staying in. So what does that mean, right? What does it mean to you as in terms of how your partner's going to be able to deal with this? Are they going to stick with you and open up their mind to trusting the process and the situation? Are they? Well, they're going to talk to you, girl. No, now again, this doesn't mean you're a girl and they're a boy, whatever. It just means that the two of you are going to have time. They're going to talk to their friends about the situation, your partner or family, whoever, and they're going to stay in long enough to have some time on their own to think about this, and that's a good sign. Okay, let's find out if we can get any more of a conclusion to them reaching out to friends or family to talk to them about what you're up to and how they feel about it, and that their family or friends might be saying, don't worry about it, you love them, they love you, I wouldn't worry about it. 2 or 3 years or a year or whatever is going to go by quickly. You know, it's like it's a blip on the screen kind of thing in time. So I saw a card was upright. So Archangel Michael, how they're dealing with it that way, right? They're going to be talking to friends. They may even be talking to you more about it. You don't know. But they're staying in the sense that they are going to be checking in with themselves to see how they can change their tune about it, if they can change their tune about it, or are they just going to stay in that with their arms crossed? I don't like this, I don't want them to do that. Are they going to stay like that? So let's just see. Last card. The real deal. They see your light at total keeper, genuine, compatible, authentic, healthy, and a good choice. So guess what? They're going to try and change their mind. That's what I get from that. That they're going to change their mind. They're going to try and change their mind. They're going to transform their ideas about it and put their misguided fears to rest, to bed. They're going to put it to bed. Even it might not be until after you pursue whatever it is that you want to pursue, whether that's going to school, job, buying a new house, relocating, you know, with them obviously, and whatever it is, I can't remember, but the deal is, it's a real deal. They see you as the real deal, so I think they're going to try and hang out with you, try to change their mind about this. So if you've been concerned about that, you can put your concerns to rest yourself. Okay, so I hope that this was helpful for you. This is a very interesting read. Yes, a different one for sure. Thank you so much, Archangel Michael. Wonderful story. Take care of yourselves till tomorrow. Bye.